Hey everyone, I'm Kelly and this is my channel Kel's Stitches. This is a place where I talk about my addiction to cross-stitching and everything that goes with it. Today is Monday 22nd of August 2022 and this is Flosstube number 15. I'd like to say welcome to all my new subscribers that I've had in the last couple of weeks since my last video. Thank you for coming over and checking out what I have to offer. I hope you continue to enjoy my videos and the progress that I make on my projects over the time. And thank you to all my returning viewers. It is great to have you back to come and see what my progress has been. I would just like to say thank you to everyone for all of your comments and condolences on my last video for my friend. It was greatly appreciated. It did help me to know that I was in the thoughts and prayers of a lot of people, and that they were sending their love and everything to me. I am feeling a little bit better. We had his funeral, so that sort of helped the process a little bit. I still have my good days and I still have my bad days, obviously, but I am working through it. So thank you to everyone. You probably don't understand how much I do appreciate that, but it was very, very, very deeply appreciated. So yeah, thanks guys. All right, so let's get straight into what I stitched on. My first one, as you can probably see here, I ended up buying myself a basket because my whips were getting a little bit out of control in the lounge room. There was some on the coffee table, there was some on the lounge beside me, there was some on the floor. They were scattered everywhere, so I decided that I'd buy myself a basket to put them all in, to try and keep it a little bit more tidier, and then that way it just sits on top of the coffee table. So let me just find the first one that I worked on, which was this one, my Bengal Tigers 2. Sorry about that. My Bengal Tigers 2 is the first one that I worked on. Now I'll put in a picture of where it was last time, and this is where it is up to now. So I got 540 stitches into this, and I worked on it for 2 days. So it's coming along all right. It was one of those days that I was a little bit sort of yeah, I wasn't having the best of days. Alright, so the next one, that I worked on was Moonrise Song, which is this one. And it is by Aida, and it is adapted from artwork by Abraham Hunter. Sorry guys, I got a bit of a tickle in my throat. Alright, so where it was last time, and this is where I'm up to with it now. Almost finished that that page. I've only got, I think it's one more colour to do in it to finish that page. Absolutely loving it. The wolf is starting to look more realistic the more stitches I put into it. So I got 800 stitches into this and I worked on it for 2 days. So yeah, loving this one, loving the colours and everything else. But it is definitely a long-term project, and that is on 16 count Aida. And I did change it out to put it into one of my new project bags that I made myself. The next one that I worked on was this one, Santa at the Door Stocking, also by Artisy, and it is adapted from artwork by Hazel Bardon. This is the one that I'm doing for my niece, who just had her baby last Thursday on the 18th, a little girl. Absolutely gorgeous she is. So I'll put in a picture of where it was, and this is where I'm up to. Once again, I'm so close to a page finish on this. I think I've got 2 or 3 colours to go on it. So I'll be stitching on this one today and tomorrow. So I'll probably get that page finished. This I'd done 540 stitches into it and worked on it for 2 days. That is also stitched on 16 count Aida. Next one was a new start. Do I have the cover picture in here of it? Probably not. I probably didn't move it in. Alright, I am going to have to pull it up on my phone. Just bear with me for 2 seconds, guys. I forgot to grab the cover picture out of the other folder. And it is this one. It is Daydream Sea Turtles, charted by Charting Creations, and it is artwork by Sheena Pike. It is a new start, obviously. And I can't put a picture in of where it was before because it was a new start, and that's the wrong one. This one. And this is where I got up to with it. I stitched on this for 2 days and I got 1,500 stitches into it. New starts seem to bring my stitchy bug back pretty well, because I've been going relatively well since then. Can't really show you the whole size of this because I've got it hooked into my Q-snap, but actually I will put a picture in of it, of me holding the fabric up before I started it. It's a little bit big. I sort of looked at it and I was like, oh, I either need to reassess the size of the patterns that I like, or, because that's not going to happen ever, reassess the size of the fabric that is being stitched on 16 count Aida, So I have started to buy more 18 count to get these bigger projects done on, which will bring the size down a little bit, but I am wondering if I even have to go smaller again and go to a 20 count. Just so some of these ones from Charting Creations, they're so big, I need to bring them down a little bit because I don't have enough wall space to hang them all up on. Okay, so my next one that I worked on is this Mr. Fox by Cottage Garden Samplings. It is the first one in a Year in the Woods series. Put a picture in of where it was, and this is where I'm up to. Nearly done with him. As you can see, I've moved down, started to get his feet and everything in. And then I think I've just got a couple of trees down this side that I'll have to move the Q-snap because it's in the road. A couple of trees down this side and I'll be done with him, and then I'll move on to the swans. So he's so cute. They just brought out, they just released the, that is being stitched on 18 count hand dyed Aida that I dyed myself. They just released the sneak peek for October, the 10th one, and it's a bat, and it is really cute, but at the same time it is a little weird. It's the eye and the ear section of him that I'm not real keen on, so might have to do a little bit of tweaking when I get to that one and fix that. It's just, if you've seen the sneak peek of it, you'll probably understand what I'm talking about. Worked on that one for 2 days and got 1,000 stitches into it. All right, my next one is another new start, and it's this one. I'm calling it Tribal Wolf, but I think she's called it something else on the Etsy site. This is designed by 2x2 Stitch Art on Etsy. Absolutely love this one. And I am doing it, I'm using my Nerge frame for this. It's not holding the fabric drum tight like I generally like it, but it's holding it tight enough that I'm not too annoyed with it. If I loosened it off a little bit and just pulled my fabric through, it probably would get tighter. But this is where I'm up to with it. Now I am stitching this on 14 count Aida. It is one of the pieces that I got from Lisa at PaddockLaneDesigns. I thought I'd use one of those ones. It's just the right size for it. So yeah, and I worked on this for 2 days and I got 1,460 stitches into it. I am using Etoile. Probably can't see the sparkle of it, but I am using Etoile 823, I think it is. Yes, 823. And I'm just going to use that for the whole thing. And I am only doing 2/1 on the 14 count. I don't mind the coverage of it. I don't want anything that's too thick. But yeah, this one's stitching up really quickly because it is only the one colour. And I'm really enjoying it. So that is my second new start for this rotation. Alright, my next one is another new start, and it is this one called Adventure Awaits. It is also by 2x2, 2x2 stitch art on Etsy. This came in a series of 3. It is the next one in the series. I've finished Not All Who Wander Are Lost last rotation, so I started on this one. Once again, I can't show you where I was up to because it's a new start, but this is where I've got to with it so far. This is being stitched on 16 count Aida. Just a little scrapbook bit. These patterns are perfect for those little offcut, 12-inch offcuts of fabric that you may have left over, because you don't know what else to put on them, so why not do a couple of these little ones. I stitched on this for 2 days and I got 1,300 stitches into it. Once again, I am using Etoile Blank. I'm using it for, I used it for here. I am still debating on whether I'll use it for the words as well, or whether I'll just do the words in the called for colour. But these stitch up really easily as well, and really quickly, because they're generally only got, the first one only had 4 colours. This one has, I think, 6 or so colours. So that is all the projects that I worked on for this rotation. That was 2, 4, 6, 7 projects that I worked on. I stitched every day of the fortnight, and in total I got 7,140 stitches done. So my stitchy bug is back, baby. Well, I hope it's back. I think the new starts helped a little bit with that. Gave me something else to get my teeth into and start. So yeah, next thing is, go away, sorry. The next thing is I bought a new chart from Charting Creations. Let me see if I can find it, because I didn't print this out. I didn't print it off yet, so I will just, no. Phones never work when you want them to, all the way you want them to. Alright, so it is this one. It is, what's it called? Autumn Wolf Family, and it is by Jan Patrick Krasny. Absolutely loved it. As soon as I seen it, I was like, yeah, I'll buy that. I don't know when I'll get around to stitching it, but I will start kitting it up. And yeah, at least it's there in my stash for whenever I decide I want to get around to it. So that's the one I bought. That's a bit of haul that I got. I did buy some more off-brand Q snaps and some more floss and stuff, but it hasn't arrived and it's still on its way. So, and then I got a little bit of Stitchy kindness in the mail from a lovely Judy, who is an Aussie in a Kiwi world. We were chatting in one of our in our group, and she asked me about the style of my patterns and stuff like that. And obviously she noted that I like American Indian stuff, and she said that she had a few patterns that I think she'd bought for her mum and that she'd never stitch herself personally. So she offered them to me, and I thought she was only going to send a couple of them to me, but she sent all 4 of them to me. And these are the ones that she sent. They're all by Shiny Suns cross stitching. This one is Indian Maiden and Child. Now they are paper patterns. I know Dawn over at Shiny Suns does PDFs now that are compatible with Pattern Keeper. And that is why I'd never really purchased from Shiny Suns before, because it was always they printed them out and sent them to you, and because they're in America, it was ridiculous pricing to get them to Australia in postage. So, but Judy was kind enough to send these ones to me. There's this one. This is one of the ones that I'd always been eyeing up on Shiny Suns. It's called Soulmates. Now I have seen this one also, presuming that they're illegal copies because they're on sites that are not, on sites that are known for the illegal copies. And there is this one called Imagine Paradise. And this one, this is another one that I was eyeing up on Shiny Suns for quite a while. It is called Blue Moon. So once again, I've already thanked Judy over Messenger, but thank you so much, Judy, for sending those over to me. It's much appreciated. I will start, once again, I will start kitting those up, and I'll have them in my stash, so I can have them there to start whenever I like. Most of you have probably seen Betsy at the Cross Stitch Studio has been releasing sneak peeks of patterns that she is testing. And some of them are absolutely amazing. I'm telling you, she's going to send me broke with the amount of animal patterns that she has already shown. And the wolves, the lions, the tigers, the zebras, they're just amazing patterns that she is going to be producing. So keep an eye out on that one. You'll probably never know. I'll probably have an Artisie, a Charting Creations, Pain Free Crafts, a Aida, and a Cross Stitch Studio pattern all going at once. Just call me crazy, I think, with the size of some of them. But anyway, so that is all the haul and the little bit of stitchy kindness that I got this fortnight. Yeah, that is pretty much it. Everything that I've got to talk about today. Work's work. I'm still getting Mondays off, so fingers crossed that that keeps happening. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So thank you for tuning in and watching what I have to offer once again. I hope that you all have a great 2 weeks, and I hope that you get some happy or good stitching in. And if you don't worry about it, because it'll still be there for you. But yes, I hope that you all have a great fortnight. I will, obviously I didn't do a stitch with me last week. I don't know if I'll do one next week either. We'll just have to see on that one. But my next update video will be the 5th of September, which is the day after Father's Day here in Australia. So that is going to be another big day at work. Wasn't until the other day that one of my colleagues and myself, we were talking, and I've gone, oh, bugger. You know, Father's Day is only 2 weeks away and we haven't even advertised or anything like that. And we mentioned it to the boss, and the look on her face was comical, because after everything that has gone on in the last 6 weeks, it totally slipped her mind that Father's Day was coming up. So it is, going to be another big day for us. Probably not as big it's never as big as what Mother's Day is, because fathers really don't care about going out or anything like that. They prefer to have a barbecue at home more than likely. But yeah, so that'll be the day after. My next update will be the day after Father's Day, so I don't know if I'll be able to stitch every day for this fortnight, but I'll give it a good red hot crack. So I am going to sign off now, guys, instead of keep rambling and finding things to talk about and boring us all to tears. All right, I will see you all on my next update. I hope you stay safe and healthy. See you next time. Bye.